Hello, 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 everyone. I had to really step into this space because it is absolutely amazing. I have love what I do. For those who don't know, I always tell people I'm a CEO. I don't necessarily go into all of what I do, but as my primary business is I own and operate real estate companies, the sales side, and international development. So projects, developing projects from the ground up. And from time to time, I will jump in, do some classes, some teaching, because I really like to help people. But here's the thing that I'm starting to see even more is that because people believe they have access to you, they misuse it. So I keep telling people, and they'll say, oh my gosh, we can't reach you or any of those things. Well, during COVID, I was at home. So it was much easier for me to be reached. There is a protocol in reaching CEOs. I mean, do most people think that they can pick up the phone and call the president of Amazon and get them on the phone? Not without an appointment and not without being a client. And so people have to understand that there's a difference between a client and a customer. A customer is checking out your information, all of those kind of things. They haven't signed anything, they're not working with you. So I look at everyone who is in Facebook following me and things like that as clients, I mean, as customers and friends. And, Facebook, social media is about being social. So I jump in there periodically during my breaks to be social. So sometimes I'll respond and sometimes I won't. But I'm finding it very interesting that people are going around my assistants and trying to reach me directly or going through channels that are on social media and thinking they're talking directly to me. So I wanted to come here and share the information with the folks who are doing one, two, or three of that. I time block everything. And so as I got up today and got to my computer, I have a list of items that I must complete in a daily, what I have to get done that particular day. And that is based on what the assistants are giving me, what the accounting people are giving me. And on any given day, I'm talking to one or multiple. I have five attorneys, and they may have things that require me to do something right then. So if there are things on my to do list, they get pushed back. I am not a small business in the sense of it's just me sitting at a computer waiting for emails. That's not how that works. I will approve information, I will approve documents from people who are on the team as they finish doing what they have to do. And then I will do that once a week. I am not sitting down approving contracts every single day. That's just not good time management for me. A lot of times I am in the field, I'm looking at property, I'm looking at construction sites, I'm managing teams, I'm flying, I'm in the airport, I'm everywhere. So I'm not sitting at home waiting on a text message or an email from a customer and then who says, "Well, you didn't respond right back to me." I don't require a 24-hour response to respond to anyone. If there is something that I'm doing, then that's normally what I'm working on, unless it is a person who has a paid coaching appointment. So there are certain things that have to go on my calendar, and if it's not on my calendar, it doesn't exist. So please be respectful of the systems and stuff we've put in place, the staff people who are there to help. Juan is the executive assistant to the team. And so a lot of times the things that you need from me, it can go to him or someone else on the team. I'm normally just approving things so that they can move forward on things. And I'm not rushing anything. Guys, I got 100 emails from the time I laid down yesterday till I got back to my computer today. 100 emails. So, guess what? All 100 of those people believe their email should be responded to today in 24 hours and 48 hours and 72 hours. But there's only so much time in a day. So if I get 100 emails and it is not one that is flagged, and this is how I separate what needs to be done immediately, is I check with the staff what's pressing, what do you guys have, that is outside of my normal calendar of when I approve things or something like that. So for example, if it is a coaching client, then they are red flagged and they go to the top of my inbox. And at that point, my assistant will pull it down, look at the information, and then start processing if there's anything that they need to do versus something I need to do. And so please be mindful that I am not intentionally um, ignoring people or anything like that, or if you don't get a response or you get a weird response, understand that it may be an assistant who's responding to you, unless you are a personal client of mine. If you're an investor who is investing with me, or a coaching client who is one-on-one with me, or some of those kinds of things, or everyone just can't have access. There's thousands of people who are asking for this or asking for that. And if it's not done in a process, then it's not going to get done. And so sending multiple emails through all these channels is ridiculous. It's not going to get answered any quicker if that's what you're attempting to do. So just stay within the process. I always tell people for accounting, we have a contact for that. We have a contact for projects, international projects. We have a contact for international sales agent. We have a contact for Missouri broker, real estate kinds of stuff, and that kind of thing. It's just it's uh it's an empire, guys. It's not me with a book waiting for business. That's not what's going on here. So give the team an opportunity to respond, and if they haven't responded in their 48 to 72 hours of responding, then send another email. But an email back to back in one email, and then in the next email, and then in social media, that doesn't move your, anything up faster. In fact, it slows them down because now they're having to run through several emails and chains of Instagram, Facebook, whatever, to make sure that no one else has already responded to one of those other venues. It's not me personally who's responding to most of this info. So just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on there. Um, Still have projects, still have all the other things. We just have vamped it up, and we are continuing to up and grow bigger. So as we grow bigger, we're bringing on more team members. They have to be trained, and all of those kind of things. So again, as always, thank you for your support. Hopefully, if you are in the customer section, you come over to the client section, because we have limited the amount of, talk to Tamika's and all of those things we used to do, because we're focused on building the business side of the investors and their portfolios and things like that right now. And of course, our developments internationally are taking on another, um, just a whole nother side of the business. When you're developing in the States is one thing. When you start developing internationally, now you're talking about different politics and politrics, different groups, different banks, all kinds of stuff that aren't as easy as walking around the corner to your local bank and withdrawing $20 or any of those things. So we have to have multiple things going on, multiple accounts. And again, as I always tell you guys, new levels, new devils. So you always got to keep an eye out on all of that stuff that's going on. You have to tackle that business at the same time. And I want to do a shout out real quick to all my folks who are in this circle that I love so much. As they are leveling up, they are also having to fight off the things. And I always tell people, until you have to tussle out there business, you ain't really doing it. Because until the IRS and attorneys and lawsuits and everything else start coming your way, I don't know if you're really in business. because as that means you are really leveling up, because the daggers and stuff will keep coming at you. There are more people. Look at all the celebrities, guys. They have to stay in constant protection mode. I'm watching people, watching accounts, things like that. So when I see some of my friends get $500,000 contracts from the government, things like that, I'm like, hold on to your seats, because here comes, this is the new levels, new devils kind of thing. So shout out to all the people I know who are going up and up and up, because I always tell people I'm going to see you at the top or from the top, because I'm going to keep pushing. I'll take the I'll take the rich hard over the poor hard any day. So talk to you guys later.